Hello students, myself Pallavi Jaswal. Here in this video, we will discuss the topic realization of digital linear system. This is one of the important topic of DSP subject, which is realization of digital linear system. This is first part. The whole syllabus of realization of digital linear system is covered in our incoming video as well. So here in this video, we will discuss the following topic. First, system. Second, difference between FIR and IIR system. Third, realization of discrete time system. First, as we know that what is system? What system is nothing but a set of component in which if we provide certain input, then depending upon system application, it provides certain output. As we know that system is classified into two types. First one is continuous time system and second one is discrete time system. As we are discussing DSP subject, so we only focus on discrete time system. So here discrete time system is again classified into two types. First one is FIR system, which is finite impulse response system. Second one is IIR system, which is infinite impulse response system. One by one we will discuss what is FIR and what is IIR system. First, FIR system. FIR system are those systems whose impulse response has finite number of samples. For example, here this particular is a discrete sequence figure and this represents our time, which is represented by n. So here as you can see, here we have the number of sample which are limited to the value 4. So here obviously our response is limited to the time response 4. So here we have impulse response which is limited number, that is 4. So when we discuss about IIR system, what is IIR system? IIR system are those systems whose impulse response has infinite number of samples. So here when we draw the diagram for IIR system, so here we have the diagram. So here as you can see, in the first figure our impulse response has only 4 instant of responses, but as you can see in the second figure we have response which is infinite in number. Here dash dash dash, which include the response must be infinite number of samples. So here when our system having finite number of samples, so we are saying that is FIR system. When we have infinite number of samples, so we can say that we are having a system which is IIR system. So here we realize both the system IIR and FIR. So in coming videos we will discuss the realization technique for FIR system and IIR system. As in order to realize any discrete time system, we need to have a difference equation or either a transfer function. As we already know that for describing any system, we generally have x of n and generally system is represented by h of n and output is denoted by y of n. So generally we are taking this is nothing but a time domain representation, and generally we are using frequency domain specification, which is x of s, and this is nothing but a h of s and this is nothing but a y of s. But generally in order to have a realization of any discrete time system, we took transfer function which is nothing but a y of s upon x of s, which is nothing but a h of s. So h of s is nothing but a transfer function with the help of which we can realize any discrete time system. Likewise in a same way, for realizing any discrete time system we require difference equation which is represented by y of n equals to x of n plus x of n minus 1, like this. We have the expression like this, then we can easily realize our discrete time system. Now moving on to the next. First of all, we need to understand the difference between FIR system and IIR system. First difference stand for what is FIR stands for finite impulse response and IIR infinite impulse response. Now next structure. FIR system having non-recursive structure and IIR system having recursive structure. What do you mean by a non-recursive and recursive structure? Actually, FIR system is nothing but a open loop system and IIR system is nothing but a closed loop system. So, FIR system expression of transfer function consists of only numerator term. That means the transfer function of FIR system consists of numerator term only. When we have a relation between output upon input form, so in order to have a relation for FIR system, we can have transfer function which is in the form of numerator term only. Likewise, when we talk about IIR system, because IIR system a closed loop system, so for the closed loop system, our transfer function is either in a form of numerator upon denominator. So as FIR system consists of only numerator term, that means the root exists is zeros only, and IIR system transfer function consists of numerator as well as denominator, and hence the roots which are present in numerator term is nothing but a zeros, and the roots which is present in denominator is nothing but a poles. So IIR system having both zeros as well as pole, but in case of FIR system it consists of only zeros term. So whatever be the structure which are having both poles as well as zeros are recursive structure, and those structure in which only zeros are present are known as non-recursive structure. Now moving on to the next, computational efficiency. FIR system has less and IIR system comparatively more. Next, usage. FIR system is difficult to use and IIR system is quite easy. Next, feedback. Here, as already we discussed, FIR system is an open loop system, so it does not require any feedback. Likewise, IIR system consists of closed loop system, so here there is a feedback which is used in the closed loop system. So next, stability. FIR system is more stable than the IIR system, and whatever be the transfer function which consists of poles term is a little bit unstable in comparison to FIR system. So here, as we know that IIR system consists of only zeros term, so this is more stable in comparison to IIR system. Now next, delay offered. Obviously FIR system offered high delay and IIR system comparatively lower. Next, requirement to generate current output. As we know that FIR system depends upon present and the past sample of input only, because it depends only on the open loop system. So only past and present value of input it required for their functioning. But in case of IIR system, as we know that it is a closed loop system, so either present and past sample of input it require past output as well, because the feedback part is added in the input from the output itself. So obviously the past value of output is also required in IIR system. Next, transfer function. As we already discussed that FIR system consists of only zeros, because this is the open loop system, and IIR system is a closed loop system, so it require both zeros as well as pole. Next, memory requirement. Obviously FIR system require more memory and IIR system require low memory. Now sensitivity. Obviously FIR system is less sensitive and IIR system is more sensitive. Next, resolution offered at low frequency in case of FIR system which is less, and in case of IIR system which is more. Now moving on to the next. Now in order to realize any discrete time system, we generally, so here there are three basic building blocks with the help of which we can realize any discrete time system. As you can see here, first one is adder, second one is multiplier, and third one is delay element. With the help of this three basic building block, we can realize any discrete time system. Actually, in order to realize, the main requirement is difference equation. So first of all, what we can do, any time domain expression, whatever be the equation which are given in time domain, like Example, y of n minus y of n minus 1 equals to x of n. This is one of the difference equation which is given. So first of all, what we can do, we first convert this time domain expression into frequency domain, and then all the expression of the z transformation is made with the help of this basic building block. So here these three are the important basic building block with the help of which we can realize any complex, complicated discrete time system. So here, what is adder here? As you can see, adder is represented by circle and plus in the mid. So here, as you can see, two incoming signal are there, which is x1 of n and second one is x2 of n. So here, whatever be the incoming signal is added and the output will be the addition of these two signals. So here we have the output x1 of n plus x2 of n. Likewise, next basic building block is unit multiplier. So here generally unit multiplier is denoted by this sign triangle. So here if we want to multiply any constant value which is a, so we generally use this symbol for the multiplication part. So the output of this equation is nothing but a of x of n. This is nothing but a multiplier in which if you want to multiply any constant value, so with the help of this multiplier we can easily multiply. Now next, delay function. As we know that in the difference equation we generally have equation like y of n minus 1, y of n minus 2. Generally from y of n to y of n minus 1 is implemented with the help of delay function, because y of n is the expression which is one time delay and make this expression y of n minus 1. So with the help of this particular basic building block we can have a difference equation implementation. So here if you want x of n minus 1 with the help of x of n, so we have x of n, we need to implement x of n minus 1. So we simply have this unit delay function which is represented by simple z inverse. So what we can do here, we simply use this delay function. If we have input x of n and if we provide this delay, the output will be x of n minus 1. Likewise, if you want to have x of n minus 2, so simply you add one more delay here and the output will be x of n minus 2. In this way we can have any number of delay function depending upon the requirement. Now what is adder here? Adder is used to add two or more signal. The output of the adder is equal to the sum of incoming signal, as we already seen in the previous. What is constant multiplier? A constant multiplier is used to multiply the signal by a constant. The output of the multiplier is equal to the product of input signal and the constant of the multiplier. And unit delay function. Unit delay element is used to delay the signal passing through it by one sampling time. Generally, this delay function is used to give a delay of one sampling time. So depending upon our requirement, we can increase this delay function. So here few important points required before going through the realization part. As we know that here we have two systems. First one is continuous time system and second one is discrete time system. So for realizing or for expressing any continuous time system, generally we use differential equation. We generally use differential equation for expressing any continuous time system. And for expressing any discrete time system, we generally use difference equation. We generally use difference equation. So here we need to understand the difference. When we talk about continuous time system, so we generally use differential equation, and when we talk about discrete time system, we generally use difference equation for expressing any discrete time system. Likewise, in order to solve any differential equation, we generally use Laplace transform method. Likewise, when we have a difference equation, we generally use Z transform method. Again I will discuss for a differential equation. For differential equation we require Laplace transform. Laplace transform for the solution. Transform for the solution. Likewise, when we talk about difference equation, difference equation, in different for solving any difference equation we require Z transform method. Now we will discuss the example for understanding how to use basic building block in realizing any discrete time system. So here we have the question, construct the block diagram for the discrete time system whose input output relation are described by following difference equation. So here we have first question, y of n equals to 0.7 x of n plus 0.3 x of n minus 1. This is our first difference equation. And first of all, what we can do, directly we can have this diagram with the help of basic building block, or either we can take the Z transform, because generally we have two solution, either directly from the time domain expression we can implement, or through the Z transformation method, because generally it is simpler when we use transformation equation. So here first of all, as you can see this equation 0.7 of x of n. So here x of n is the input which is multiplied by 0.7. 0.7 is nothing but a constant value. So with the help of multiplier, as you can see in the basic building block part, we have a multiplier. In order to multiply any constant value we can use any multiplier. So here 0.7 is a multiplier constant value. So we want to have 0.7 into x of n. So with the help of multiplier we can have this equation. So here when we put x of n as the input and 0.7 as a constant multiplier, the output will be 0.7 of x of n. Okay. Next what we want to have 0.3 of x of n minus 1. So first of all, in order to implement x of n minus 1 we require one unit delay function. So here x of n, and this is delay function, and the output of this delay function is nothing but a x of n minus 1. And again as you can see, x of n minus 1 is multiplied by 0.3, and 0.3 is nothing but a multiplier, and for that we multiply simply by multiplier, and the output will be 0.3 of x of n minus 1. So here now we need to take the Z transform of this particular difference equation. So for that, first of all, as we know how to solve the difference equation, we know that we know the expression for formula for Z transformation. Yz equals to summation n equals to minus infinite to plus infinite y of n z ka power minus n. This is the formula which is used for solving any Z transformation. So here we took directly the transformation method, like if we want to have a transformation of y of n, so when we take the Z transform, so it simply changes into capital Y of capital Z, small z. So this is nothing but a y of n ka Z transformation. Now when we want to have a transformation of x of n, this is time domain expression, we need to convert into frequency domain expression with the help of Z transform method. So after solving for Z transformation, we can have x of z. Likewise, how to implement x of n minus 1? So here, in order to implement any delay function, we generally use shifting property. So here, from the shifting property of Z transform, we can have whatever be the shifting value, we can have the Z inverse. If there is a z n minus 2, so we can have z ka power minus 2. So here we can have this, whatever be the delay function, and x of n, the transformation is x of z. So we can have x of n minus 1 equals to z inverse of x of z. So here, as you can see from this equation, This is coming from the transformation formula. When we take the transformation of y of n, we have y of z. Likewise, 0.7 is constant, so here constant x of n, the z transform is capital X of z. Likewise, x of n minus 1, we can have shifting property because here we have only one delay. So here z ka power minus 1 delay function, and the transformation of x of n is nothing but a x of z. So we can have this expression. Now we need to implement again with the help of basic building block. We can have both the form. So here as you can see, 0.7 of x of z. So simply 0.7 is constant value with the help of multiplier. So here we have x of z, and when we multiply by 0.7, we can have 0.7 of x of z. Now next, what we need to implement? 3 z inverse of x of z. First of all, here we have x of z, we need to have z inverse, so we simply have z inverse, and the output of this particular is z inverse of x of z. Likewise, 3 is nothing but a constant value. With the help of multiplier value, we can have this constant function, and the output of this particular is nothing but a 0.3 z inverse of x of z. So both this particular part is implemented here in this figure. As you can see, this two part is added. So with the help of adder, we can add this two figure. We add this two figure with the help of adder in the next diagram. So here as you can see, we can have this expression, which is y of n, 0.7 of x of n plus 0.3 x of n minus 1. So here we already implement 0.7 of x of n. So here this is nothing but a 0.7, and this is nothing but a input. Generally we implement input here and output here. So this is nothing but x of n, and which is multiplied by 0.7. So we can have 0.7 of x of n. Likewise 0.3 of x of n minus 1. So here this particular part is implemented here. We require to have first of all x of n minus 1. X of n minus 1 is implemented by using delay function. X of n minus 1 is passed through this delay function. We can have x of n minus 1. Then x of n minus 1 is multiplied by 0.3. So here this is nothing but a multiplier with the value 0.3. When we multiply this with this particular value, we can have 0.3 x of n minus 1. Now what we can do, we can add this two equation. So here this particular is the output of this particular equation, and this particular is this. Now what we can do, we can add this with the help of adder. Both are incoming signal because we need to add this two signal, and the output will be this y of n. So in this way we can implement any difference equation. Now one more example. As you can see, example is y of n equals to 0.5 y of n minus 1 plus 0.8 x of n plus 0.4 x of n minus 1. So here this particular is nothing but a minus sign. So first of all, what we can do, the transformation of this equation. Y of n, that z transform is y of z. Likewise 0.5 is constant, and y of n minus 1 is nothing but a what? Z ka power minus 1 y of z. Likewise 0.8 is constant, and the transformation of x of n is capital X of z. Likewise 0.4 is constant, and x of n minus 1 is nothing but a z ka power minus 1 of x of z. So here this particular sign is the minus sign. So here now we implement one by one. First of all, we need to implement this equation. As you can see, x of n, which is multiplied by 0.8 multiplier. So here this is a 0.8 multiplier, and this is x of n, and again x of z is multiplied by 0.7. So with the help of this single diagram, we can use for the both time domain as well as for the frequency domain. So this particular is implemented here. Next, we need to implement this one. So here in this implementation, what we require, we need to implement this x of n minus 1. So n minus 1 is implemented with the help of delay function. This is nothing but a x of n, and this is nothing but a x of z. So what we can do, n minus 1 is implemented with the help of delay function, and the output will be x of n minus 1. Likewise here z ka power minus 1 of x of z. So here x of z ka power minus 1. The output will be z ka power minus 1 of x of z. Now this particular equation is multiplied by constant value 0.4. So here we have the multiplier 0.4 and the output will be 0.4 of x of n minus 1. Likewise 0.4 of z ka power inverse n x of z. Likewise, now next we need to implement this equation y of z. So here y of z is implemented from this particular part because output is always in this particular part and input is always in this part. So we took y of n, and y of n, which is nothing but a y of n minus 1, need to be implemented. So we use delay function and we have y of n minus 1. Likewise, when we take z transform form, this is nothing but a y of z and multiplied by delay function, which is z ka power minus 1, and the output will be z ka power minus 1 of y of z. Now next what we can do, we multiply with the unit 0.5 constant value, and this is nothing but a multiplier. With the help of, we can have equation like 0.5 of z inverse of x of z, y of z. Likewise, the upper part is 0.5 of y of n minus 1. So both the way we can implement. Now all these three equation is joined with the help of adder. As you can see, x of z is from the input and y of z must be implemented from the output side. So here we can add this with the help. Now moving on to the next page. Here as you can see, we can have equation like y of n equals to 0.5 y of n minus 1 plus 0.8 of x of n plus 0.4 x of n minus 1. So here first of all we implement this with the help of, now we implement this. So as you can see, first of all what is the requirement, 0.8 of x of n. So here x of n, simple by multiplier we can have this, and 0.8 of x of n is implemented here. Next 0.4 of x of n minus 1. So we need to implement x of n minus 1. So here we provide one delay function and we implement x of n minus 1, and we need to have 0.4 of multiplier. So here we are using the multiplier function, which is 0.4, and the output is nothing but a 0.4 x of n minus 1. Likewise, we need to implement this equation. So as you can see, 0.8, this function and this function both are added. So here this particular is equation, and next one is this, both are added with the help of adder function. Now we need to implement this equation y of n minus 1. Now we implement 0.5 y of n minus 1. So here y of n minus 1 is y of n is here. In order to implement y of n minus 1, we use one delay function. So after using this, we can have y of n minus 1, and this particular is the constant value, which is 0.5. With the help of multiplier we can have this. The output of this particular function is 0.5 y of n minus 1. This again is added. So here this particular 2 is added, and the output is nothing but a here 0.8 x of n plus 0.4 of x of n minus 1, the output of this particular. Now what we can do, we can add this equation as well. So whatever be the output is coming from the y of n minus 1, y of n equation. So in this way we can implement any discrete time system. Thank you.